Well, I think that's crap. You have to get it from life.
Okay, why do you have to get it?
Because that's what you've got to go on.
Okay,
You've got to go. You can have guidance. But if you don't develop it through your own experiences and your own vision and your own past lives and everything else, what's the point of it?
What's your name?
You have to have it. I'm not going on camera telling my name.
Okay, fine. Okay, fair enough. I apologize.
Call me what you like.
I'll call you John, yeah?
There you go.
Okay.
John the Baptist. Off you go.
Okay, John.
All right, Jesus. High five. No, paper cover stone.
All right, listen. So point one.
No.
Point one. As I was saying to you before, he said keep a bit far from your. Like that. So basically,
I wouldn't want it to come in between.
Let me ask you a question. No, don't worry. Let me ask you a question, right? My question is straightforward. Say someone had an urge. To be incestuous.
Right.
In your conceptual.
They'd have to check themselves and find out, in my belief, they'd have to check themselves if they could stop their urges and really truly find out where that came from. Because it often comes from them having incestual stuff happening in their past. So that's what often comes.
Would you
so
say
you're saying that because I'm homosexual, that I've had some homosexual thing happen to me in the past, so that blah blah blah. There's a lot of different reasons why people are homosexual.
No, I'm asking that. Let me just ask you a question, right?
Yeah,
if someone had a genetic urge, to be incestuous, should they be allowed to enact that?
Well, that's not for me to decide. That's for them to decide.
Okay, but is it morally acceptable?
No, it's not for me to do anything. It's for them to sort it out.
So a mother and a son in a relationship.
That's none of my business. I don't know them. They're not in my house. If there's a crime going on, if someone's been broken the law of the land, then obviously it's a crime.
So that's a crime in this country anyway.
Well, it is, yes.
Yeah. So incest is
not allowed.
Illegal, isn't it?
So you get the police involved, which is probably, if it's not allowed to happen, it's probably right.
Okay, so you're saying you shouldn't be allowed to happen because of the law.
Well, I'm not saying anything. I'm just pointing out that the law says that it's illegal.
Okay, so the law says it's illegal.
Yeah.
So a mother and a son relationship shouldn't happen.
According to the law.
Okay.
According to the law.
So if you go to a country where homosexuality is illegal, should you still be able to enact homosexuality?
Well, I don't know.
So if you go to Senegal, if you go to Nigeria...
I disagree with you linking homosexuality with incest.
Why?
It's the same thing.
Why
Can't I link... Okay, so for example, I'm linking heterosexuality with incest.
Okay.
And I make a point and I link them all the time.
Okay.
Like incest and paedophilia, and I'm linking it with homosexuality and dumping all in the same carrier bag and constantly linking them up. They're not connected because it's adult consensual sex.
Okay, hold on.
It's not going generational, intergenerational.
I'm not talking about...
You're talking incest.
Incest, okay, so what about brother and sister?
That's intergenerational sex.
What about brother and sister?
Well, I don't know. That's to do with them, isn't it?
Well, you just said don't link it.
Depending on what age they are.
Okay, so if a brother and a sister, or two sisters, or two brothers want to have sexual intercourse with each other.
Yeah, I think I think, gentlemen, you better come to the nitty-gritty nub of your point and ask me it now.
Okay, my point is this, right? You said don't compare. You shouldn't be making comparisons between incest and homosexuality.
No, I said I was really upset with the fact that it's constantly being linked with illegal sexual activity. Homosexuality is constantly being linked with illegal sexual activity, incest, paedophilia, etc. That's what I said.
Okay.
I was annoyed with
so
that.
if you go to another country, in that case, if you go to another country where homosexuality is banned, would you be upset in the same way if someone if you are not allowed to enact homosexuality?
I don't know because I've never been to one of those countries and I don't think I would.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, if any homosexual, forget about you, if any homosexual went to Nigeria or any other country where homosexuality is banned, should they or should they not be allowed to enact their homosexuality?
Well, I think it depends on them, if they choose to or not.
Okay, so what you're saying here is, for homosexuals, you're saying they have a decision to make, whether they want to or they don't want to.
That's right.
Whereas for people that...
consensual adult sex, not intergenerational.
No, brother and sisters.
Underage sex.
They're both 25.
Incestual, underage sex.
It's not underage.
All right, then within the same family or whatever.
Yeah, okay. So if you got 225...
Is that illegal though?
Where?
Between brother and sister.
In this country?
Yes.
I think it is illegal.
And is it illegal in your country?
Well, this is my country.
Okay, or then in other countries. Right, then in our country, it's illegal in our country.
Why did you assume that we're not from the same country?
Well, I did assume
I was born in St. Mary's Hospital, you know?
Okay, cool. You're probably more London than I am.
Not London, he's
in a Muslim country.
Depends on which country we talk about. There's many of them. Dubai, UAE, I think homosexuals can probably do a lot more than, let's say, Saudi Arabia. So it's kind of like, do you know, I come from Egypt.
I think they should be.
I've seen homosexuals.
I think
There's a lot of homosexuals in Saudi as
do
well.
what they feel like doing, as long as they're not hurting somebody else.
Say that again, sorry.
I think people should be free to do what they want as long as they're not hurting or breaking the law.
I'm happy you said that.
Well,
do you know why I'm happy you said that?
It's very confusing, but you're trying to box me into a situation, and I'm boxed around by people, and I'd like to sort of ask other people what they think about homosexuality.
No, that's fine, we can ask them.
What do you think? What do you think about homosexuality? No comment. What do you think about homosexuality? Nothing.
You talk to this
what do you
man,
think? No comment. No comment. Take your receiver back and go and ask these people.
Why?
Because you've asked me for like the last 20
minutes. No, but the thing
minutes.
is, here you should be able to look. Can I ask you a question? Yeah.
Go on.
You seem like a decent guy. Yeah. We're Muslims. This is Speaker's Corner.
Can you ask me the question?
No, allow me to elaborate on my point. My point is that people ask us questions all the time about Islam. People ask Jewish people questions all the time about Judaism. Christians all the time about Judaism. Atheist people all the time about atheism. Everything should be able to be scrutinized and criticized,
That's right, yes,
including sexuality.
Yes.
And so it's not fair. I don't believe it's fair. If you want to say it's freedom of speech, for us to say, okay, we should have parameters of that freedom of speech. I'm saying that if you're homosexual, just like I'm a Muslim and someone's a Christian, all of us should be able to have engaging conversation without getting angry and actually
You're allowed
rationalize
to
it.
get angry. There's nothing wrong with anger.
Okay.
If you get passionate, it's fine.
Okay, now let me ask you a question, direct question, right? My direct question to you, you just said, you can do whatever you want so long as you don't harm anyone else. That's the harm principle cited by J.S. Mill, yeah? On liberty in the 1800s.
I don't know what they mean.
Basically, I'm telling you what this means.
Myself.
It's a libertarian principle that was come from a philosopher in the 1800s. I've got two questions to you. Number one, then if you really think about it, incest between brother and sister, yeah, where they're both consensual and overage, in your opinion, should not be illegal.
I didn't say that. That's not my opinion.
So what's your opinion?
You're putting your opinion in your mouth.
I'm asking, what is your opinion? Is incest between two consensual adults, brother and sister, that are both consented and wearing protection, so there's no deformed babies, is that legitimate? Is that morally acceptable, or is that morally unacceptable?
I think you'd have to ask those two themselves and their parents and the people in their vicinity. It's nothing to do with me. I don't have children of my own.
No, I'm asking you for your opinion, though.
My opinion?
Yeah.
I have given you my opinion.
So what's your opinion?
I think it's between those two.
Why were you so upset when we talked about the linkage between... What's the difference between incest and homosexuality then? Go ahead.
Because they often link homosexuality with
incest.
Things with either incest or paedophilia.
So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Because they're constantly linking it.
So what's
In other
wrong
words,
with...
the mental link is made.
So what's wrong with that
you keep
link?
interrupting me.
Sorry, go ahead.
The mental link is made in people's minds that links homosexuality with paedophilia, with incest, with all these things.
I'm not saying paedophilia though. So you can't straw man the argument. I'm
telling you that's what happens in the public domain.
Okay, I'm doing it.
No, you're not.
I'm doing incest.
You tried to do it slightly.
I'm doing it with incest.
And I cut you off and you didn't like it.
I'm doing it with incest and homosexuality. I'm saying to you, what is the difference? If you use the liberal harm principle as a barometer, I'm asking you, what is the moral difference between homosexuality and a brother and a sister having sex with each other?
This is such a stupid discussion, and you're having such a stupid argument.
But you don't have any responses, do you?
I am having a response and telling you what you're trying to do is very, very twisted and stupid.
So why? Why is that?
I've told you already, and you didn't listen.
No, I didn't.
Well, wind the tape back, mate.
But you didn't.
Wind the tape back.
Can you see why you're not giving any answers?
I gave you the answer.
What's the answer? What's the difference between incest from a logical liberal...
It's obvious what the difference is.
What's the difference?
One is a man having sex with another man.
Okay.
One man having sex with another man, and the other one is two people in the same family having sex with each other.
Why is one right and one wrong? Why?
Well, that depends on your point of view.
Now I'm asking you don't like the link. I'm asking you, why do you like the link?
Because it's inferred that homosexuality is somehow not right. There's something not quite right about it. There's something a little bit suspect about it.
That's not my question.
Well, no, that's what you're inferring.
I'm saying, what's the difference between incest and homosexuality?
Why are you asking the question?
Why not?
Why not? Why are you asking that particular question?
I feel like it.
Oh, you should just feel what you do like. You do what
so
you
long
feel
as I'm
like.
not harming anyone
Now it's damaging his belief system.
No.
Oh, you see how he works. Do you know what I mean? He's trying to mind fuck people with his religion, and then when it's turned around on him, he doesn't like it.
I'm not even talking about religion.
I was.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant.
Thank you, God. Thank you.
So you couldn't see. You see here. Here's a good example of something which you couldn't just basically have lost the argument.
Well, that's in the opinion of the person who's listening to this, not you or me.
Okay, that's good.
Well, you have your opinion, I do, and everyone else who's listening to this, and so is all the people that are going to watch this.
Logically,
they're free to make their own minds up and flush their own mobile phones down their own toilets and cut the control system and stop bullshitting around with these stupid religions that mind fuck you and allow you to be controlled en masse through different countries.
Okay, so is religion the only
And everyone
thing?
have a stick that up your. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
He's off.
Okay, so here, logically, you have nothing to satisfy yourself with.
Well, logically, it's only half the story, which is from this part of the brain. This part of the brain. The other part is the intuitive, the feminine, the sensual, the dancing, the sexual. You don't like that, do you? The feminine. Whoa.
Okay.
What's that? He's filming it.
I think.
And you're filming it. Did you get my permission? Did you get my permission? No, you didn't. Fuck off.
Alright, listen. So
Don't
here,
post it on Facebook.
alright. So long as they're not harming anyone else.
Oh, really? Well, MI5 aren't harming anybody else. And when they put those fans on people's backs in Guantanamo Bay and played heavy metal to them, they weren't harming anybody, were they?
What's the difference between what's that got to do with anything?
Well, I'm talking all your comments.
What's that got to do with
Very funny.
I don't understand what that's got to do with
Well, of course you know. They won the take back.
Alright, so do you have any answer here? Let me ask you one last time, and if you don't answer it,
Okay, go on.
then I think here
Oh,
we can all make our
brownie
own.
points. I don't give a shit.
No, it's
Go
fine.
on.
We can all make our own mind up on this, yeah? Because thank you for your response. I've let
What's
you
the
speak.
difference between homosexuality and incest?
No, that's not my question. My question is, why is homosexuality, a man and another man having sexual intercourse, and the act of a man and a woman who happen to be brother and sister, yeah?
Yeah.
And they're consensual, drink that because
Well,
trust me, you're going to need to.
It's actually time. It's
All right.
time boiled up from my
Okay,
throat.
so I'm asking you, what is the
Think
difference?
what you like. It could be anything.
Okay, whatever that is.
Enjoy yourself.
No, thanks. I don't drink alcohol.
It's not alcohol. Have a sniff.
No, I don't want it.
Sniff. It's not
Alright,
alcohol.
okay, it doesn't smell like it. Anyways, I was.
It's time water.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm sorry. I prejudged you there. I thought it was alcohol.
Oh no! Come on. It's okay.
Anyways, this is.
Can't swallow it. Once you've removed the toxins from your throat, you can't swallow it. You have to
Okay,
spit it out.
yes,
You could have warned
yes.
us.
Fair enough.
worried about that, are you?
Question. What makes homosexuality any more or less morally acceptable than a brother and a sister who are wearing, who take contraceptive tablets or whatever it is they do, wear protection, whatever it is? What makes one morally okay and the other one not
Well, it
morally?
depends on your moral stance and what you believe.
Okay, so you're saying it's not like that. So
You?
So in other words,
What's that for you?
yeah.
You
Okay,
think there's-
thank you. Yeah, you asked me a question. Let me answer you. So for us, it's very straightforward. Yeah, we say that on an objective level, it's impossible for us to prove morality. Yeah, unless you have an all-knowing entity which transmits the information to human beings, and we think that is actualized in the last and final revelation, which is the Quran. A Christian can say the same thing about the
How you
Bible.
came about it? What do you think?
The point is, no, I mean, you're asking me, let me answer you. So the answer is here. It's okay. Let me answer you in this one word. We say homosexuality, or the act of a man having sexual intercourse with another man, is equivalent to basically a brother having sexual intercourse with
Well, I
another.
feel sorry for you then, mate.
You have no reason to feel sorry for him because you have no counter argument. Why is it wrong?
I don't have to counter-argue with you.
Sorry, man, your society has brainwashed
you
you.
haven't tried it. You
Your
might
society has
try it,
brainwashed
you might like it,
So,
love.
no, trust me. Basically, what I'm saying to you is basically, your society, because you're living in a present time, in the
Well, your
21st century.
religion's, I could say your religion's brainwashed you.
No, that's what you just said there. That's why I'm countering you with this.
There you go then. We're checkmate, aren't we?
So have you got any reason to believe that one is more superior or inferior?
No, it's just your own personal one, isn't it?
Alright, thank you very much. I think with that,
I think you're free to make your own decisions up in life. Please don't listen to anybody above you and don't follow nobody.
thank you very much.
Hello, Sue. I'm in the middle of a group of like hot, fit young guys here. Anyone want a date?